everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be building a house for my sim named Daniel. He is a part of my ABC Legacy Challenge and he is just getting started on his generation, which is Generation D or 4. And yeah, basically the rule for him is he has to live in a worn down house. I've been calling it an abandoned house. Really, it's just more worn down. He's a terrible person. His whole goal is to make enemies. So that's what his life is going to be like. Also, he's a criminal and yeah, that's just pretty much it. He's a criminal who loves to knit, pretty much. But before we get started on the house, I guess I can kind of give you his traits. So he's a dog lover and he's a dance machine. And those are the only two traits that he's gonna have for his whole life. He's also headstrong, which means his focus and confident movements will last longer. He's a top-notch infant, which means he will improve other skills extra fast. He's also an happy infant, which means he will tend to build positive relationships with Sims around him, but obviously in his case, we are going to be going against that. And then also his main interactions are more successful, and also he's a high school dropout. But one thing to note, he loves knitting, as I said, and in the backyard he has his own little shop. That's a little fun. I was thinking with his gameplay later in the future, maybe we could like open up a small shop for him, but I don't think this is going to be on his home lot, so we're not going to do anything with knitting. I'll probably just have him bring his knitting baskets and that's it. But let's get started. So I decided to build his home in Willow Creek, and it took me a while to kind of come to this decision. I was thinking Newcrest, I was thinking maybe even Copperdale would work, I was thinking about Ravenwood, I was thinking about Evergreen Harbor, but Evergreen Harbor was kind of out of the picture because I did look at the next generation and I think they have to be like a civil designer or one of the careers that comes with the eco lifestyle pack. So I was like, oh, they are gonna definitely live there. So yeah, that is one thing. And then Ravenwood isn't really my build style, so I definitely didn't want to build there, that's for sure. And then Newcrest, I would have to fill it up. So I wasn't really interested in that idea yet because it's like you kind of want the houses around to look like each other, and I wasn't sure if I would be able to kind of like find that, I guess, easily. So I wasn't in the mood. And then Copperdale, I just decided not to because I was like, I don't really see that being, I just don't. So yeah, but we have this simple home. I'm living in, I think, oh my gosh, I don't know. Oh, I'm living in the neighborhood where Bob and Eliza lives. Okay, yeah. I was kind of thinking of living in the neighborhood where Bella Goth lives, but I was like, that's kind of too fancy. Like his home is not going to be there. I'll just put it here. And when I talked about this house in the past, I was kind of calling it an abandoned house, which really isn't the case. It's just like worn down. So on the outside, I put like a lot of vines, I put some cracks, I put just, stuff like that. But I still like the house. I mean, honestly, okay, I can't really say that, can I? I don't like it, but it is what it is. Like, I would prefer for it to be better than this, but yeah, I just don't know what the plan is. Also, I tried to like rotate the light because I thought it would be cool to kind of play with some of the rotations with stuff using the tool mod. And it made like the bottom part skinnier. I don't know. It's very much weird. And then for the plants out here in the front, I decided to like basically elevate them down using tool mod as well, just because I don't like how they stick up so much. Like I just want to see the flowers. I don't want to see like the bottom part. So that's what I did with the tool. I never thought to do that with the tool, but I did and I like it actually. So I might start doing that a lot often. But yeah, I was like kind of thinking with the flowers, like, oh, I feel like maybe they should be dead, but I don't think you can like really do that. Like only if it's like out of season, obviously. Like if it was winter, they would not have the flowers on them, but unfortunately that is the case. So I wasn't like too worried about making the landscaping look dead. Like I'm pretty sure like some debug or live edit mode landscaping has some of that stuff, but I wasn't really into that idea. And then for the siding, we're using the rustic one from Horse Ranch. And also a part of Daniel's generation, he has to collect all of the snow globes. So him living in San Myshuno would make a lot of sense, but I said a worn down house, but obviously you could just make a worn down apartment. I guess I didn't choose to do that for myself. Yeah, I guess I just didn't choose to do that for myself. So I think for me, I'm just gonna have him travel to the city a lot. And I see in the patch that they fixed the problem, whereas I guess if you have like, let's say you had level 1 mischief skill, you could steal the knight. And that's like worth 8,200 simoleons. So like obviously the higher your mischief skill is, the more expensive objects you can steal, but it seemed like you could steal anything since they released that sticky finger aspiration from the past event. I don't know what it's called. Blast from the past. We got a new aspiration to like basically allow us to steal things. And the main part, like I think there's only one goal of the aspiration, and it's just to steal things worth like I don't even know 250,000 maybe. Um, but yeah, it's just I think I saw like a bug, like they broke something basically. So I'm assuming they broke the aspiration by basically like, oh, you probably can't steal with the aspiration now because you now need to have the kleptomaniac trait. I assume that's probably what the bug is. So hopefully that would. I'm trying to think like I want to. I don't even know what I'm trying to go here. I just hope it's fixed basically because my thought process is what if he also steal things? Like that could be cool. I was thinking I could like switch the aspirations back and forth. That way he could steal things. I thought, that would be nice. Because I'm assuming you would need the aspiration, or maybe you used to need the aspiration, but yeah, and maybe that's why he's going to the city every now or very often, I guess. Because obviously the things are not gonna like spawn in unless you're there, so that's very unfortunate. So I'm gonna have him like go every single day. And if we're lucky, sometimes at the flea market, the snow globes are being sold on the selling table. So that would also be amazing as well if we could do that. It wouldn't be much as a of a challenge, I guess, if we got it that way, but yeah. But I don't know, maybe he's just in the city on a heist or something. I don't know, really. Cause like I guess like if I were to say it was a heist, I would want to steal something at least. But if I just go to the city and eat something, like that's really not a heist. That's like nothing. Like I don't know. Um so yeah, I'm thinking, oh, I guess like he is into dancing. So like maybe I could put like a nightclub down or something and then have him just dance there. So maybe he loves going to, or maybe he just loves going out to dance. Maybe that's him. That's good. That's fun. That's cool. And yeah, I'm thinking that his knitting shop would be nicer than this house, obviously. I'm just thinking about it, and yeah, I just like part of me is like wondering in the future, like, is he ever going to like fix it up? Is he gonna get new siding? Is he gonna fix the cracks and the webs and all the other terrible things that are wrong with this house? And in my head, I want to say no. I want to say that he lives here forever. Um and that is the case. And like maybe he just decides to live in this house because one, it's not that expensive. Because, if he lived in an expensive house, like people are going to question, like, oh, how do you make your money? Like, what do you do? And I think his thought process is maybe like, right now, maybe he just does handiwork at the moment, and then eventually he will get his knitting shop since that's what he likes to do. Um, and yeah, um, and I don't wanna say I had a budget for this house. I was expecting it to be, like, very cheap, but, I mean, I had you're not gonna guess the price of this. I'm not gonna let you, cause I did have a price in the beginning, and you can see, like, how much I had left or whatever, but yeah, I think I had the sim have like 41,000 and something, 800, I think. And I think we ended up with like 1,000 and something left. But yeah, so it's like 40, or I think it's like 39,000 or something. Um, so yeah, obviously with the rundown house, you would probably expect it not to be so expensive. If you want to call that expensive, like it's not even a starter home price. Like I have all of these bad objects, like all of these rundown objects that don't look so good. I'm using the cheapest counters, the cheapest couch almost. It's obviously not the cheapest couch. One of the cheapest rugs. And yeah, it's still very expensive, unfortunately. And I just question like how they price things so many or so much. Like some of the decals, I think the ones from vampires are free, which makes sense. Like, why am I paying money for a crack? But I think the ones from the Basement Treasure Kit, or at least the ones from Life and Death, that cost 5 simoleons. I don't understand. Why would I pay that much money just to put a crack in the wall or a hole in the wall? Like I'm so confused, but I will say I used a lot of the Basement Treasures pack. Um I finally had a moment to do that. But yeah, I just don't like the way they price things. Like it never makes sense to me. Like for example, I decided that I wanted him to basically fix the stove and the fridge and the microwave from what is it called? The restoration workshop kit. So like he's not going to be able to get food from anywhere. He's going to have to like go out and get food, which I guess we could go out to the city. So that's another reason why we should go to the city, I guess, every day. But yeah, I wanted him to like fix those items, but yeah, like he has to fix them because that's the only way you can get them unless you go to or if you type in the cheat, I guess, and then that unlocks the fixed version. But yeah, I just wanted him to fix it, and I just don't agree that we have to pay that much to, just fix it. Like it comes broken. I don't think it should cost that much if we can't even use it right away, I guess. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Um, I just think that is crazy. And yeah, like this chair I think was like, I don't even know, like maybe 200, 300 or something. And the one I had was like 45 simoleons. Like, no offense, but that's not like a good chair. It's obviously very used. Like, I guess if it was brand new, it could cost that much, but obviously it's not. It's like you got it at a junkyard or something, a garage sale. So like, why is it that much money? I really wish they would fix the pricing in this game and make it better. Like that probably would suck in some ways, but in other ways, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I'm using like the cheapest counters. I made them all dirty. In the end, I did this a little bit earlier to the couch, but I decided I wanted some things to be dirty and broken and scratched. So I made the couch scratched. I made some other stuff scratched as well. And I think I only made the toilet and the sink broken. I was thinking about doing more, but then I was like, is that kind of cheating? Because obviously it would suck if he had to fix everything. So, like, that's not going to be pleasant. That's going to take him forever. But he has to max his handiness skill. So I feel like me purposely breaking it maybe isn't the best thing for the challenge. I probably shouldn't do that, but yeah. For some reason, this build took me like 2 hours and it's so trashy. I was thinking this would take me like so quick, just so quick, but it didn't. But yeah, we have a few pictures we can put up. I have a few like photo spots. Um, Not that many. We have the three vertical ones, the vertical collages in this hallway, and then in the bedroom, I put two of the collages that have force photo slots in them. So yeah, that's that. Also, he has to have a pet dog. So thankfully I remember that. Yeah, I decided to get um an autofill one just because I know I would probably forget to fill it up and he would be at work. And I'm pretty sure the criminal career, I actually never played it. I'm pretty sure they have terrible hours though, so like that's gonna be terrible. And yeah. Also, another complaint about the pricing. This wallpaper that I used in the living room, it cost more, like, it's more than 2 simoleons, right? And that is crazy. I think it's like, I could honestly believe if it was like 8 simoleons because one of the wallpapers I used was more expensive. It could have been like 4 simoleons maybe, but I don't know. I think So like I don't know. Basically, the one from the Basement Treasures kit is also very expensive, which doesn't make sense to me. Like it's so dumb. Like why am I paying for things to look this way basically, right? Like I feel like this house shouldn't be. I mean, honestly, like if you think about it, I guess like I don't know, maybe like but no, I don't think I should be spending this much on a house cuz it looks terrible. Um like I guess a way to look at it is like take away all of the furniture. Like just leave the bathroom stuff with no clutter and the kitchen stuff with no clutter. And then I guess that would tell the real price of the house. But I just I don't know. Anyways, in the second room that is going to be set up for their one child that they have to have. So I just put a bassinet in there. Honestly, I don't know who he's going to date. At the moment, he has a crush on this sim named Alexa, but I don't think I'm gonna have him date her. I think he's probably just gonna go on Cupid's Corner, and find it that way. But I also gave him a computer space as well, of course. And yeah, he also has a backyard space. And in the garage, I ended up putting like a planter pot for our death flower because we do have one. So I want to keep it alive. And yeah, I'm excited to start the new generation. That is fun. But also, I decided like I'm trying to do this rebrand basically because I decided that I like the name Delicious Sims better than Sims Delicious. So I'm kind of working on that and like changing some things around. And I think I'm not gonna do an intro anymore. And what I mean that is like it's not gonna be like a little 3-second intro video. It's just gonna be like me right away. So I don't know. I feel like it's kind of awkward to jump right into the speed build. Just I don't know. For some reason that just feels weird. Like obviously I do that anyway, but there's just like an intro in the beginning. But I don't know. I feel like that's a little weird. So I guess I'll do more I guess I don't even know what to call it. Like more effort into the intro, I guess. Like maybe I'll just record me doing the intro on the lot that I'm gonna build in and then like jump into the speed build. Obviously if it's a speed build, um I guess like something like that, but or I could just like get a picture of my sim self and then like have that on the screen. I don't know, honestly. I don't. Like maybe I can just explain the build a little bit and then jump into the speed build. I don't know. Anyways, we're moving on to the garage. Honestly, I was so excited when the restoration workshop kit came out just because like I don't know. I was just so excited cuz like obviously he needs to max the handiness skills. Like this is perfect for him to have his own workshop. Um and yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. I think this reminded me. I really wish there was like some active career or like an active freelance career maybe like you can like decide if you want to take on a job or not like you don't have a schedule or anything but it's still active basically where you go to a lot and you just fix the broken objects like how is that not a job yet and correct me if I'm wrong but I feel like there's a handy person job from for rent and then obviously that's a rabbit hole but like how like come on like, oh my gosh, this kit, honestly, like when people were saying like, oh, this should have been a stuff pack because they could have done way more, it should have been a stuff pack. It should have been. Like, I want him to do like a little bit of freelancing. Obviously, he has to be a criminal. So I guess that wouldn't work out. Like, but I don't know, like what if he maxes the career and I'm like, okay, you can change your job and be a handy person or something. Or I think it would be cool. I don't think teenagers can get like freelance jobs, which honestly I wish they would change because like it's freelance, so you can do it anytime you want to, really. So like I feel like that would be nice. But yeah, I would love if my teenage sim could like do that real quick, but unfortunately he can't. So I'm trying to think because I left the last episode kind of off where he dropped out of school And his mother yelled at him and was like, "Well, if you're not in school, you're gonna work of some or whatever." And she was like, "Oh, you're gonna be a handy person." Obviously, he's not. I'm trying to think, like, do any of the odd jobs have to do anything with like woodwork or just the handiness skill, really? Because like I could just send him off to an odd job and pretend it's that. Or I guess, like, assuming if this works, I could just go to a community lot and then, like, fake break something and make him fix it basically and saying that's the job. And just maybe I'm like, okay, each job you get 50 simoleons for. I don't know. I guess, but oh my gosh, I would love that. I would love an active handiness job. That would be so cool, I think. Like, I think that would be amazing. Like, woodwork like, think about this, like, a lot of people want cars, so, like, it could just be, like, repairing things, it could just be, like, fixing up a car, etcetera. That would be so good, but yeah, we're out, we're doing the exterior right now. We're on the outside. So yeah, I put, like, some trash in some places because I thought that was a little cool, but I do really like the look of this house. Actually, I think it would be fun for me to, like, come back to this and fix it up and not make it so trashy, just for you, probably not for him. But, like, yeah, I'm just kind of thinking, like, at the end, should he try to fix it up? Or should he live in this worn down house forever and just let it be? I'm not sure, honestly. Like, honestly, I think it would be cool though. Like, maybe when the fifth generation ages up into a child or a teenager to be better, like, maybe if they age up into a teenager, they could finally move to the city and but that would be an apartment. I was kind of thinking like I don't know, like a penthouse, but is that too much? Maybe they move to a small penthouse. That could work. And, he now has expensive furniture. And that could be cool, I guess. Like, or like we could say like until he maxes his career, we could do that. I just don't know how long that's gonna take because like I want to live in it for a little bit and not leave it right away, of course. So yeah, but we're pretty much at the end of the video. We have a grill outside, we have our planter boxes. I actually don't know if I'm gonna have him plant anything else because we just have the death flower and I'm gonna grow that sheltered just so it's like always growing. But here's me like deciding if I should break stuff, scratch it up or something, and etc. But I made the sink and the toilet dirty and then I think I broke the toilet. Oh, also the bed when I scratched it, it had so many scratch marks. I was like, yeah, that's too much. Like that's overkill. We can't be doing all of that. But yeah, I'm basically just checking like all of the objects. And yeah, that's just pretty much the end of the build. Also made the front porch lights flicker, and then we are gonna do the terrain paint. But since the video's over, I'm just gonna hop into the game and give you guys a tour. So I built it here on this lot. As you can see, it's worth 36,172 simoleons, which is interesting because it was more expensive when I saved it to my library. Maybe it depreciated. Also, if you download this from the gallery, I don't know if the stuff is gonna be broken or not, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But this is what the house looks like. They decided to hook up a camera in the front. We have the nice little mailbox. We have a broken down completely, basically the car, the engine is not even there. It's just like the shell. But we have like a bunch of trash in the bushes. He has his little black car full of secrets. But on the porch, we have this nasty, disgusting little rug, newspaper rug. We have like a little cobweb. We have chairs with dirty mugs. We can see all the cracks and the vines. But when you walk in, oh, I guess if I go through build mode, the scratches aren't there, or maybe it resets if you don't live. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but this was scratched. But yeah, we have a burglar alarm, pet toys, all that good stuff. This is the kitchen. This is where the stove is supposed to go. And then the fridge is supposed to be right here. We have a bookshelf and our thermostat. This is the bathroom. It looks so disgusting in here. And then this is the main bedroom. I decided I was gonna put his snow globes on here when he gets them. I might end up putting two more. I'm just not not sure how they're gonna fit yet. And then over here he has a little desk area, and then this is like the plain nursery. Okay, but yeah, that's the interior. If you walk through here, we have our garbage bins. I have one of them leaning, which I love. And then if you walk into here, this is the garage area. So we have his woodworking table. We actually also have a water heater and a fuse box. This is where the death flower is gonna go. But yeah, we have some wood, we have our fan, we have our broken appliances, we have a sink and all this extra stuff, which I love. And then if you walk back here, we have more planter boxes, a grill, and an umbrella table. And I was thinking that when the child grows up, we could delete the landscaping and maybe put some monkey bars or something for the child at least. And again, I don't know if he's gonna use this, but I guess for you, this could be useful if you want to live in this house. But that is the end. If you want to download this, it will be on my gallery at simsdeelicious. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video off here. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I love you. You are important. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!